Hey everybody, welcome back to the nikobrothers. So last time we had a bad luck at the draw on the Sienna. As you remember, locked up engine, that engine blown up basically. So that's pretty crazy, but hey, that's fine. We're gonna keep moving forward. We have other projects we have to work on. There's a lot of work ahead of us. We have to get these cars stripped down, taken apart, and let them start drying out. So we have to, like I said, start ripping apart everything carefully. Obviously, we're gonna take it easy, try to put everything where it belongs, because it does become like a giant puzzle at the end with parts everywhere. So a lot of cars, a lot of work ahead of us, so let's not waste any time and just get right to it.
Okay, so here we have the Honda Civic inside the shop. This one had no lights on the dash, so we're not gonna have to scan it. We're just gonna have to strip it down, and then we'll see if we find anything. So this one should be pretty easy to take apart, so let's get straight to it. So there we go. We got the carpet out, the seats, the little panels. It's looking really good. I don't see any sign of water whatsoever. And the crazy part is the water line was definitely above the seats, but it's looking good. The airbag module sitting right there is looking good too. No corrosion. The ground's looking good. On to the next one. Okay, so we got the 2014 Accord inside the shop, and this one does have an airbag light. So let's scan it. So we're gonna do control unit, SRS. And let's see if it reads it. Sometimes it could just be a reset, but with water damage, most likely had corrosion in it. So if it doesn't read it at all, then we know the module is completely done. We're gonna have to get a new one, so it's not looking good. Yep, so the module is bad. So let's take this thing completely apart and check it out. All right, there we go. We got it all stripped out, and this one definitely had water in it. You can see there's a little bit of water still in there. Look at that. So, still water. So I got the module out, and as you can see, there is corrosion inside. So I'm gonna order a new one. We'll fix the connections, and then we'll start drying this thing out. Let's go to the next car. All right, so here we have the newer Honda Accord, the 2018, and the water line was pretty high. We're gonna scan the codes because some lights were on, not the airbag light, but the stability light, things like that. So let's have it scan over here. So far just 2 ABS faults. Check engine light, airbag light, all that is looking good. So not too bad. Okay, we're gonna read the ABS codes and see what we have. Okay, we got the low tire pressure and low voltage. So actually that's because the battery was dead, and so let's go back, let's do erase codes. Okay, we're gonna try reading the codes again. We still have a low tire pressure. All right, the lights are still on, but that's just a tire pressure sensor. So let's take this car apart and check underneath the carpets. All right, so we got the carpet out, the seats out, and yeah, this one definitely had a little bit of water, but all the module looks good. There's the SRS module, check that, it looks good, and that's the lowest one, so not too bad. We're gonna clean this up, wash everything up, and on to the next car. All right guys, so we got the Nissan Maxima inside the shop, and this one did have an airbag light, so let's see what it wants. So we have 16 codes for the airbag. Let's read that. A lot of codes. Let's do a quick erase and see if that does anything. So airbags did not erase at all, and the transmission didn't erase, so most likely the module is going to be bad. Okay, so let's take it apart and check out that module. All right, so we got the Maxima finally stripped down. This one was a little harder than the other one, than the Hondas for sure. But I don't see any water But when I took off the module for the airbags, it's definitely got corrosion in there. So we're gonna have to order another one of those. We'll take it apart a little bit more, but this one's all set. On to the next car. All right, so here's the Legacy. We got inside the shop. This one I drove back. I had a bunch of error codes, but I did a quick scan and everything went away, so it should be good. Let's take this one completely apart and check it out. All right, finally we got the Subaru all taken apart, and this one definitely had water. It still has water inside of it. And we did find that the amplifier has corrosion in it. Even though the sound's working, we're gonna replace this guy. But we're gonna check out the airbag module. That looks good. All the other connections look good. So I'm gonna wash up the carpet really good. And on to the next car. All right, here we go. We got the Infiniti, one of the last cars we're gonna take apart. And there was no lights on the dash, so we're good there. So all we have to do is take it apart. I took the trunk apart a little bit and I found a little pond. So there's definitely water in this car. But let's take apart the interior and check it out. Alright guys, so we took it all apart and it's definitely full of water. Look at that, still water inside, still water inside. That little swimming pool back there. And then I just noticed the water line was right there. So surprisingly everything works, the module's still good. So we're gonna vacuum that up, clean it up, and let it dry out.
Alright guys, and just like that, we are taking it apart. The cars are drying out. We definitely need to order a lot of modules. There's some amps, there's SRS modules, so anything that had any water damage, we're just gonna go ahead and replace it, get some new ones, hopefully they'll reprogram them, because that happens sometimes too, but hey, part of the game, not a big deal. But if you guys are interested in some of the cars, we are gonna post them for sale. Go ahead and check out our website, nikobrothers.com. We got some merch over there, but also we're gonna post our cars. A lot of them aren't posted yet, because I said we have some modules we have to replace. We're gonna test drive them, definitely put some mileage on it, make sure everything's good before we put them on the market. But we do have a few on there that are already for sale, so if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. We appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely stay tuned. It's not the end. We're gonna get these flooded cars knocked out and move on to other stuff, but you know, you gotta ride the wave while it's there, and right now it's a big wave, so we're just gonna keep going. But I appreciate it. See you next time.